I just wanted to show you how much progress I have done. So last time I showed you this area, I showed you this little area here. And I remember showing you there was a path. So the path over there continues over here into this Californica figwort or something. Gosh, I mean, this is one of the plants I'm studying in horticulture class. It starts with an A, I know it. And the last name is Californica, as expected. This is a native figwort. So this is the figwort area. This is the French broom area. And I remember only being able, mainly to walk on this path here. And so this is just a whole dense forest. It looked like this, but darker, I guess, or denser, like that. It was like that. That's how dark it was. It was that dense. No, actually, it was denser than that. But this is a 13 by 9 meter area of land. And I've gotten so much progress over I think I've worked for like a total of, I don't know, like a week's worth of time, but over the span of like, I don't know, I started in March. I think it was mid-March when I started, now it's mid-April. So a week's time in the course of like a month. Hello everyone, welcome to the Watch Poplars. Today, I'm going to be showing you, just because I want to, just me tearing out the whole entire monoculture of the invasive French broom. Genista monspeciulana of the, it's a legume. Where's a good example of the flowers? I mean, they are still fresh. So here is the flowers. So here's the flowers. I can probably zoom in a little bit more. There. Because autofocus has been disabled for some reason. But there are the flowers. And in there are the sexy parts. So there is a legume, and yeah, but it is a bad legume at that. And yeah, go remove it whenever you see it. It's very easy to see at this time of year because it has these yellow flowers, and it grows. This is how it grows. I mean, this one fell over because I knocked it over, but they generally grow like that. If I ever wanted to, one time I tried starting a few of these for bonsai, and then I realized, well, there's no point. The snails like eating them when they're in pots, and they're just so bad. I don't even want to have them around. I don't want to see them ever again. I wish that. But today, I just want to show you me getting rid of them. So I need to set up. I don't know how I would do this, where I would do this. Putting the phone. I gotta do it somewhere where the phone is not gonna get hit or something. Where the phone will be safe. No, that's too far. So, I think I've set up. Now, how are we focusing? I wish that square would go away, but I can't I can't control that. Also, I scribbled on my shoes some stuff, some punk stuff. There's the YouTube channel name. Yeah, a bunch of shit. That kind of describes my personality towards society, which I really love talking about. So I think for a long portion of the video from now on is gonna not be edited. So yeah. And I usually get like most of the plant out of like removed, and then I wait like a week, because that's usually how often. Well, in a few days, and then that part has dried out, and then I kind of move it around some more until it gets drier each time I wait, and then it eventually just breaks loose. So I did all of this by hand. I'm sorry I didn't show you all of the stuff that I was doing before this, or in between the last time I showed you this and the right now. But I promise you, I'm not one of those deranged influencers who build like swimming pools in the tropical rainforest and destroy the shit out of like. I thought that was a bug. Destroy the shit out of the rainforest ecosystem, and then just they build it just for the views and the likes and the subscribers, and then they just abandon it and leave a bunch of shit. Plus they make it seem like that they're building it in themselves, but in reality sometimes you can see tractor prints, tire prints on the ground, and kind of 2 lines of flattened grass. So that, I mean, they're not really smart. They're really stupid people. I don't know. I mean, it's really dark. I mean, that's the stuff that society doesn't talk about is what is reality. What society, a lot of the things that society talks about isn't actually reality. So I'll throw this over here, and then I'll show you me throwing them into the pile. There's another member of the carrot family. There's a fuzzy stem. Overall, same leaf shape, but I don't know if you can see this. It's a member of the carrot family, but it has broader leaves. Now, there's a lot of deadwood as well. I just almost hit the phone. There. The mosquitoes are starting to come out. It's that warm. I wear horrible clothes for this, and I'm well aware. I came here straight from school. This is the poison hemlock from last year. This was last year's poison hemlock stock. They're still poisonous for 3 years. But after 3 years, they're pretty much flattening on the ground, starting to decompose. Like, don't touch your nose or mouth or anything. I'll take a shower after this so that I can get all the acid with whatever it is. Toxic in the hemlock. They're really bad and they can kill. I usually bounce around. I mean, I'm trying to get these out. But so I'll just do this silently because the more I talk, the less I am productive. So yeah. And if I can't get them out of the ground even after twisting them, I just break it off. And then I come back after it's all dried up and stiffened up. And then I pull it out because it gets very brittle. I found a termite on my hand. And sometimes I feel like I'm gonna pull out my back. I literally can't even break that one. Those golfers are crazy. As they always are. Every one of them. That was easy. That was not bad. You're leaning against my ash, and at the park today, I collected some redwood. I'll quickly show you that. So here, there is the ash. This is from the other section of the creek. I don't know if this is the native one. It doesn't look different. The ash, these ash leaves look different from these. And the ash seedling I was all along planning to dig out down here, it looks like a different kind. It has rounder leaves. And I know that the ashes we have here have rounder leaflets. So that makes me think. And also, if you've been in Oakland, or I don't know, like during like late winter, like late January, early February, you'll notice that there's some trees that are greening up, that like leaf out, and they have more lanceolate leaves like this. More narrow leaves, more pointy, and those are the evergreen ashes from Asia. They're not invasive, as far as I've seen, but you could just plant the native kind. They grow just as fine. And yeah, that's something I don't understand about society. Just plant natives. So I have to break this one. This is just too big. I have to break it into so that it's just a stump. And then I will just twist the stump around, because I don't want to have any branches or grow from the ash here. Yeah. They're quite brittle, which is nice. So that I don't have to just, I don't know what I would do if they were like really flexible. Twice as tall as me. They do get 10 feet tall, which is quite impressive for a non-impressive plant. So yeah. But you're like 15 feet away from the stump. Maybe more, I don't know. But that doesn't matter. What matters is this. They're also very stringy. The outer layer of bark is very, very stringy, and then the inner layer, well, the cambium layer, you can slip right off of it. Well, here's the bark. It just peels off in strings. And then inside, is this kind of unpleasant smelling cambium layer where the sap is flowing, the water, most of the water in the plant is. And yeah, so the reason why they're so hard to kind of twist if they are not snapping is because they're kind of stringy plants. Are those all mosquitoes? I hope not. Jesus Christ. I keep feeling mosquito sensations on my back. But, you know, I could have worn my hoodie, but it was like, it was over 70 degrees today. And I haven't worn any summer clothes yet. Since, I don't know, October or something. I don't know. Mainly for the sun protection, because I don't want to, my skin tans very easily. Imagine being someone who wants, like, who doesn't want to tan, but has Mediterranean skin. I don't know. Some of you can relate. Have I gotten enough? I can twist it. Finally gets it off. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, now I can twist it. I got that one. Shortly I'll have to head home. It's probably dinner time. And the only way I can find out if my parents are telling me to go home is if I end the video. So, I'll just show you what I'm doing. Kind of just how I'm doing it. And then we'll come back, hopefully, with all of it done. Hopefully, before April, well, this weekend is the best time, because like next Tuesday is mid-April, I think. Yeah, that seems decently right, I believe. But hopefully before then I can get all of this out. And there's a whole bunch right here. There's a lot right here. I think I can get it done in that amount of time. I mean, 5 days. I don't know. I have to celebrate my birthday this weekend because I'm now an adult. And I will pause the footage once again. So now, well, I did some progress. At least that happened. But I want to throw these now. On bigger ones, you shouldn't throw it like a spear, so to have the foliage behind you, because your hand moves forward first, and what happens is you end up getting these stubs from past branches, and sometimes they can cut. I cut my thumb badly, I think, or no. I don't know what happened. I did get some large splinters, and they hurt like hell. So on larger ones, if you notice like a lot of like stubs on the branch, just throw it foliage first, and it works just fine. In fact, maybe even better. So like this pile is eventually gonna break down. I'll stomp on it periodically to speed up that process, but I don't know if it'll ever get removed. Hopefully a fire does not come through here. Well, if a fire does go through here, it's definitely not going to burn the area that I have cleared out, because the most flammable plant in the Bay Area has been removed. Yeah, the French broom is flammable all year round. But grass isn't very flammable when it's green. But this is a fuel. This will just like explode into flames because it has oils in it. The oils are not irritants, but I mean, the oils have chemicals in them that really that fire really loves. And so that's why I'm removing it. It's a bad fire hazard, as all fire hazards are. So this pile is gonna get like 5 feet deep. It's probably 5 feet, maybe 6. Yeah, at the deepest place. And there's society for you. So that's what Vibe Society gives. I'm serious. Everything I say about society, pretty much, is heavy-heartedly. Huh. So I may not be able to get all of this pile taken care of before I get off and go off to my home. But I do want to show you my ash seedling. I don't know if I can collect it. It's already leafed out. But I mean, it's starting to get dark. Mom and Dad might be wondering where I am. So I will... I'll show you. So here's the pile. You probably already saw it. There's the other pile I'm trying to throw into here. Here's another round. So here's the carrot plant I was showing you. So yeah, you can see the basic shape, basic overall silhouette as poison hemlock. But this looks more like the one that grows in the Rockies. I forgot, it was like, I don't know, cow something? Cow death? I have no idea. I mean, this is probably poisonous as well. And maybe I can... No, it smells more like skunk. No, I don't know. It doesn't smell acidic like poison hemlock, which is, I don't know, relieving, but, you know, never planned on eating it. But that leaf is definitely of the carrot family, leaf morphology. We're pretty good on time. So that's all I will leave. Well, I can show you. So there's a walnut tree here, native walnut, buckeye. There's the ash. I'll have to cut off the ivy at the base so that it just kills it up. I don't want the seeding or flowering ever again. So I have to come here with like a saw or something and saw it off at the base right there and save this ash tree, because this is the parent. There used to be a really lovely forest of ashes, and I do not know why the fuck they were pruned, because you see those power lines. And I'm only right under them, right here. Look how far away that is. I don't know. It's unlikely that this ash tree was like leaning and got far. If they grow like this, it would have fallen over. Just like the oak in my yard like 5 years ago. Made a huge fucking noise, but I didn't hear it because I was asleep and I was really young. And really young people, like younger than like 10, they sleep like a rock. They sleep like a corpse, and more like they just hit the pillow and then fall asleep, which is something I miss about my earlier childhood, because I often am kind of an insomniac. I don't know, insomnia. I got everything. Here's this ash. So as this ages, this is the reason why it's so spindly, is because it was suffering and being restricted light-wise in the forest and thicket of French broom. So it is very spindly. You know, if I kick it, it's like anything but stable. So that's why, one of the reasons. Plus, a lot of ashes need full sun to thrive. And I want to respect that. Especially because these are native ashes we're talking about. And you know how much I talk about my love for native plants. So here's the hemlock area. So much hemlock. It, like, for only a tiny section of the year, it's like November, usually like when it really starts, it's just really raining and wet and cold and like completely dormant. Well, kind of. At least in our climate. They are not smelling. But as soon as the sprouts start coming up, they start stinking. So here, there's a assortment of invasive plants. There's periwinkle, which probably has a scientific name. There's this acacia. I don't know what the last name of it is, but I broke off the upper part of it. It's a blackwood acacia from South Africa. I don't know why the fuck they brought this here. But, you know, we're still, Jesus Christ, we're still kind of recovering from that mistake we have made, which is fine. That's good. Now, even though I can tell that back then people really loved these plants, because especially mixed together. I mean, look at this. These are two European plants, the periwinkles and the French broom. They look really, really nice together. Look at the contrast. The problem is that they have no context here. And that is what invasive means. I mean, invasive is a bit less broad than no context. Because crepe myrtles have no context here. And even as specific as the evergreen ashes. And they don't have much context. But yeah. There's like, oh look, there's a mole right here. It went like that. So here's my ash seedling. You can see the leaves are quite different. Now, it could just be that this is starting its second year of growth, and this is starting its, fourth, third, I don't know, probably third, based on the looks. But after one of the floods, the skin on the outer side stripped off. I was worried that it was not going to come back, but it was just, I don't know, the very, very outermost exterior layer of wood, skin. There's a slug right here. That doesn't, I mean, I mean, gastropods are kind of a gardener's enemy, because they eat plants. Where's the stinging nettle I saw earlier? There was, like, in October, I made a video about stinging nettle. probably somewhere over there. What does it matter? I'll show you later. God, I need to get home. But it's a thistle. There's an old stalk from it. Yeah. A lot of plants. There's this Rubus armeniacus. That's gotta go. It's invasive. We have raspberries that are native. They're good enough. And here they are. This is the raspberries. There's a lot of mosquitoes. They're raspberries. They get winter colors. And they get beautiful flowers. They get lovely berries. But as tempting as blackberry is, it has no context. And it is... I mean, yeah. You get the idea.